Hello, I'm IBX Tweaker, and this is part 1 of a tutorial on how to make maps for Minecraft Console Edition. I'm using Xbox 60 to show you the gameplay one, as you can see from the buttons here. But this does apply to all the consoles, or at least most of it does. Anything that diverges, such as, how you upload maps, etc., I'll leave, annotated stuff, and I'll talk about each platform individually in the description and whatnot. So, first of all, before we actually get into this big chunky video, I want to just quickly point out that this map will be live streamed at some point. It's usually Thursday, but this week I'm busy moving out, so it might not be that day. But yeah, I'll be live streaming the finished map at some point. So if you want to come check that out, if you don't want to watch this entire video, but you do want to check out the live stream, click that link in the description, and once the live stream's done, you can check the video and you can see it being played and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to either play the map, watch it be played, or just whatever, you can check out the live stream. But yeah, let's get straight into how you create a map. So basically, creating a map on the console edition is a lot more difficult than on PC, because on PC you've got MC Edit, you've got commands, you've got a whole bunch of extra tools to help you, whereas on console, if you don't convert from PC, you have to build it block by block, which is obviously more difficult. So I'm going to be guiding you through every step, at least every step of me making the map, as well as just, talking about whatever's going on at the time, because a lot of people have asked me to show you guys the process of me making a map, like the idea, formation and whatnot, and right now I have a basic idea in my head of what I'm going to be building, and I figured I'd expand on it in a video. So if you guys want to make maps too and play them with your friends, then you kind of follow the video and get, your own ideas from it, because I like doing that. I like inspiring people, and hopefully this does that for you, at least a little bit. So yeah, let's start with the very first thing you need to start a map. That is a world/a seed to build in. So for this seed, I'm using a non-super flat seed, so a regular seed. It's my most recent seed Sunday. I'll link it in the description, with a whole bunch of other things. It's basically, the spawn is just over here. It means you get a fairly flat ground, so it's almost as good as super flat. It just needs a little bit of working on. But because I'm building the map fairly high up somewhere, it means there's going to be a good view all around, and that's something I think will add a lot to the map, because it's going to be a fairly scenic map. A lot of my maps are just basic, just what they need to be. But this one, I figured I'd go scenic just to inspire you guys if you need to come up with some form of idea to make it look pretty too, because a lot of people like it when a map looks good, even if you don't functionally need it. It's just something nice to do. So I figured I'd give that a shot this week, as opposed to most weeks where it's just kind of just the idea in the most simple form possible. So yeah, super flat is really good for loading, and it's really good for building, but if you use a regular seed such as this one, then you get the really nice benefit of getting the really great view in each direction. So like I said before, you got the desert to your north, you got a jungle over there, you got a flat land there, you got a forest here. You get a really nice mixture, and it should give the map unique feel to it, and I'm hoping that's what it'll do anyway. So once you've done that, you need a basic idea to actually build on the map. So right now my basic idea is I want some form of bow-based TDM game. I want to call it bow match or bow game. I'll come up with a better game name than bow game, hopefully. Actually, it might just be called bow games. But I'm going to come up, guys. Basically, I want everyone to spawn with bow and arrow and some glass blocks. So you can, kind of make a fortress from the glass blocks, but once they're broken, and you only have a certain amount. So you can protect yourself from all three angles, and also there's going to be some good stuff in the middle. So everyone's chasing off the good stuff, and I wanted to, kind of create something like that where everyone's going for the same resources. So yeah, let's just get a Let's just start our first block. So there's going to be 4 towers, so let's just start on one of the 4 towers, and there's going to be something in the middle. So we're going to be using stone bricks. They're a very nice block. We'll be using lapis lazuli, and let's use glass. Glass is always a nice easy block to make things look good. So what we'll do is we'll have 4 separate towers. So the first tower, I guess, or yeah, we'll start one of the towers here, and then we'll just expand from there. So basically, we'll start with a circle. If you're not familiar how to do circles in Minecraft, it's pretty simple. It's just, you kind of do a gradient out like this until you reach the way you want to go. And yeah, this should technically be a circle. As you can see, it's kind of a curve. If I go all the way around, it'll be a circle now. So I'm going to do that all the way around here, and then this will be the base of the first tower. Actually, is this? Yeah, this is probably good enough. I'll actually do a 4th block just to make it a little bit better, and then we'll go all the way around again. Of course, I do need to plan this out on the inside, but, for now, I'm just dealing with it like this, because it's easier. So, on a super flat world, you don't have the problem of having to, build stuff in the air. It's probably a lot easier like that. But again, I want to have the scenic view, so I'm willing to go through the extra effort for this. So, yeah, is that good there? Let's just finish on the other side now. As you can see, in just no time, you end up with a building that actually looks like you want it to do. So, this is the very base of a tower building, like I just said before. So, actually, let's just do this. And the idea of the building is that it's they all build up into the sky. They're going to be pretty big buildings, which will probably take a lot of time to build. But I'm hoping that, in return for that, they, kind of add a lot more to the map. Is this actually a circle? Is something up with this? Yeah, we've got a circle here. So, since the towns are going to be fairly big each, I'm going to have to do a lot of distance in between them, so I'm guessing the second one will be around about here. I might do the third and fourth ones across the river. I kind of like that idea, actually, having a river in between the map. Or maybe I should make it so people fall and die if they fall off. You know, I should probably do that. So, I guess we'll have a second one here, a third one here-ish, and a fourth one here, and then we'll build up from there, and I'll get back to you in a second. So, yeah, I'll kind of get the spacing done, and then I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, so now we've sorted out one of the more, I guess, complex parts of it, which is working out where everyone will spawn. So basically, when you're making your game, you want to make sure that you know where you're going to place everyone and where you want them to roughly spawn. And then once you've done that, you need to work out if they're going to have a bed or not. So I'm having a 4-player minigame, because I think on the current gen console, or last gen console, sorry, when you currently, like, when you go past 4 or 5 or 6 people, it kind of starts to lag a lot more. So I think if 4 people means everyone gets optimal connection. But even with that, I wanted to have the spawns fairly close together, so that way everyone has just maximum connection. I want to make it entirely about skill and whatnot, rather than, you know, about connection, because that's just not something I want to do. So yeah, I worked out that I wanted to have 4 spawns, and they're all you know, equally far away from each other. If you're making a map, it's really important that you make sure that everything's roughly the same you know, amount apart. So everything here is 20 blocks apart. I use glass to tell. And knowing that means that now, instead of just kind of guessing and making the map look worse, now everyone has an equal chance of spawning, you know, where they need to, and everyone also has, like, it also looks better. So you get both a fairer map, and you get a better looking map if you make sure everything's equidistant apart. So yeah, let's focus more on the build now. So basically, since I said everyone's going to spawn up in the air, having these circles is really just a basis of where we're going. What I need to do now is I need to start building up. So the rough pattern I'm going with is I'm going to do something like, you know, a block of stone, and then I guess 3 blocks of glass, and then I'll do like some lapis lazuli, and it should give us a look something like this. I'll just show you as I build around it. Basically, if you want to do something pretty and build something, then honestly, it's just try playing around stuff until you get something that really fits what you're looking for. I'm looking for a really, like, kind of fancy tower that makes it look like, I guess, I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going for, but almost like a first-person shooter, where it's like, ooh, this is super, you know, nice looking or something. To really make it feel that next bit more real. Because if it's just, you know, a floating platforms in the air, I feel as though you'd lose a bit of the effect. And if I'm going for, you know, nice looking building, I figure I'm going to go for something that looks a lot of glass, a lot of fancy material, and a lot of stone brick. I find that gets, you know, the kind of, I guess, I keep kind of trying to call it fancy look, but yeah, that's basically what it is. This looks kind of nice look. So we'll do one more block of glass around, and as you can see, these are kind of the blocks that give that look. But if you're going for more of a, you know, kind of, this is an ore-based minigame where you're all looking for ores, then using stuff like wood and, you know, that sort of stuff really works quite well. Kind of give it that kind of simple, more touch. It really, as I said, it depends so much on what you're doing with it, and yeah, let's see how this looks then. I kind of like how this looks. I've done a similar building like this in my, you know, building ideas video, but I think using lapis lazuli instead of emerald gives it a really nice kind of calming sea look. I could be crazy on that one, but yeah, this is what the tower will look like, except this will go up many times. I'm talking maybe 10 stories, and then that's where the map will play out. So I've got a lot of buildings to do in that meantime, but before actually building it all, because, you know, you have to work out if it's going to fit, what I'll do instead is I'll just build one side and then build up from there. So if you're not sure what I mean, and then I'll just build this, for instance, and then go all the way up to where I need it to be. This is, you know, an easy way to get caught up in just building the small things of your map. It's more important that you have a working map before you focus on these things, because otherwise you're like, oh, well, I just spent 10 hours building this building, but now I don't really want to do the map, and now the building doesn't mean anything either. Whereas on the other hand, if you get your map done and then the buildings are incomplete, it can, you know, you can kind of save that and turn it into something, rather than being like, oh, well, now I've wasted time, and I don't even want to save that time anymore. So yeah, let's just keep building up. Let's actually make sure we did this right. So it should be stone brick, then glass, then lapis lazuli, and it looks like we got that just right. So yeah, let's go up maybe 5 stories. I want to go up a little bit higher, but it's going to be a lot of building work to do this all the way around. So lapis lazuli. Is this higher up enough? Yeah, it's almost high enough. I think a couple more stories maybe. So another 3 layers of glass, followed by lapis lazuli again. And I might even make each tower like out of a different block, so like have an emerald tower, have a... I kind of like that idea actually, so yeah, let's keep doing that. And another thing about doing it like bit by bit means it also means you have ideas as you're making the map, so you know, instead of, you know, building a game mode based around the map, you can build, a map based around a game mode, if that makes any sense. Up here, I think it could be higher. I think in my head it's slightly higher, but given the amount of work that all this is going to take, doing that 4 times, that's how many stories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might as well do an 8. Let's just do one more story then. So 3 blocks of glass, 1 block of lapis lazuli, and then your stone bricks. So yeah, I think this is definitely the right height. 8 stories up seems fair enough. And this is where the map will take place. So everyone's going to be spawning up here in their separate towers, and there's going to be, I think, like a tunnel going to everyone else's. So, like your spawn, I guess I should just place some blocks. So what should we make the floor out of? I'll make the floor out of something that is breakable, but not easily breakable. So I think I would do oak wood, but oak wood's because I'm going to have a lava underneath it. That's not really fair. Should I give everyone a pickaxe? I could just make it out of dirt, I guess. Let's see how dirt looks. I don't want to entirely ruin the... I'm not sure I like that. So we'll make it out of... let's say soul sand's an interesting one, because it would slow everyone down. It'd really give the map more of yeah, I kind of like soul sand. And then I'll make the tunnels out of like soul sand and ice, maybe. It'd be really cool to have like ice in the tunnels, then lava underneath the spawns. So yeah, let's see if I make it out of soul sand. Let's see what that does. So now we need to do this tower going all the way up. It's going to be a long time, but again, we're just going to focus up here. Is soul sand actually... soul sand kind of gets the block, effect going. So I think stone is just a nice, easy one to use. It looks, like it probably should do. Or maybe I could use glass, so that way you can break your glass and make things safer that way. I kind of like that idea. Let's make the floor out of glass, so that way everyone can see the lava underneath their spawn. And if you want, you can just kind of cave yourself off in a corner. And I like this idea a lot. I like this. So what we'll do is make the floor out of glass. See, like that. Just having the mental creative process in my head. So we'll just quickly follow this around to give it kind of an outline and make it look not quite so weird and confusing. So we'll just have a block there. Then we're gonna have one there. And going all the way around outside, and we actually have to follow this all the way around. I'm also just going to quickly make sure these are circles. I'm like 99% sure they are, but that's good. So there we go. So yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is then below this, like the floor below maybe, so this floor, it's going to have, the lapis, the stone bricks. I guess maybe I should do it 2 floors below. Or maybe, yeah, I'll just have lapis lazuli, but then on top of the lapis lazuli, it's going to be all fire. So that way people, as well as the bow game, you could also just kind of like corner yourself and try and like back yourself that way. Because I want to make a map where people can play defensively if they want to, kind of like, an FPS is played. I kind of want to give all those kind of tactics where you can be like, I'm going to rush, or I'm just going to sit back in the base and, try and let everyone else do things themselves. I want to give people those options. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to cover this thing in glass, and we're going to make like this thing go around the outside, and then we'll work on the rest of the map, I should say. So yeah, I'll be back in a second when I've got some more basic work done. Then I'll talk about more ideas than just, where people are spawning and stuff, and hopefully help you out there too. So be right back. Okay, so now we've got the spawns just about worked out. We've got, the objective worked out and whatnot. We need to actually add a real, objective to the game. Something that people are going for, rather than just saying, go do what you want, maybe kill each other. We're going to add something that people are actually actively going to be going for, and it's going to bring people together, as in, bring people together to fight. When you say bring people together, it generally doesn't mean that, but in this case it does. So yeah, we're going to have a big thing in the middle. It's going to be kind of like the cornucopia in Hunger Games, but it's going to include stuff specific to the map, so I guess maybe like a silk touch pickaxe, so you can actually get your glass back when you break it. Something like that, maybe. I want to just kind of add that sort of stuff to the map. Maybe enchantment, so you can break stuff faster. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be there, but it's going to be definitely worthwhile, and I'm going to make sure people know that. So yeah, we're going to have something in the middle that's going to be connected by glass tunnels, because all 4 of these towers are going to be connected by the sides like this. I think if they are coloured differently, because I think because there's going to be no crafting tables, you won't be able to do anything with, lapis lazuli or with diamonds or whatever. I think I'm going to have each one coloured differently, and then, like, the bridge is going to be halfway of each. So it's going to be half lapis lazuli, then if, say, this is the gold tower, it'll be half gold, or, half emerald in this case. And I think that'd be a really cool way to, make each tower unique, so you can be Team Emerald or Team Lapis or something. And it also makes the building hopefully look better. I'm going to, see how it actually looks when this is all done. Because if they all look, completely out of place, then maybe I don't. But yeah, so let's work on this middle thing. So everyone, there's bridges going towards each of the islands, but which are also going to be really slow. And there's also going to be a glass kind of bridge going towards the center. So I'm not entirely sure what the dimensions of the bridge is going to be, and I'm not sure how big the center island or whatever it is going to be, but let's just, kind of work with it and see what happens. So, it's got to be this kind of shape, because if it's too much bigger, it will just kind of look like one massive tunnel of these two, and, yeah, this seems about fair. And also, if you want to, I want to, like, kind of include the option, so if you want to, you can just break off your bridge, and people can bridge it across if they want to, or they can just go round the other way. So, if you really want to play defensively, you can be like, oh, what's this? There's glass here? Just break it, just, ignore that. So, yeah, I want to kind of include that option for those kind of people that really like defensiveness. I want to still make it fun for people that are playing and, the way it's more meant to be played, though. So, yeah, let's, I guess let's start that there, and I'm not sure how far in I should go, so let's just equally do the same thing we did there, but here. So, how far out does it go? It's the 2 blocks. Oh, actually, I guess it should be this block here, too. So, just keep going out like this. And yeah, once we've got that much done, yeah, there we are. Then we'll replicate the same thing here, and we'll just keep going until we have, something that looks like it'll actually help us. So just keep on going. It's kind of odd to do blocks like this. I guess what I could do is follow it down like this. So I guess these are 3, 4. I guess just keep on going like this, maybe. This isn't making any sense to me anymore. But yeah, so this is roughly. This looks bigger than this one for some reason. Is that just me? Am I crazy? We'll fix it later a bit. It's yeah, let's just keep going this. So I guess what we can do is just blocks of 4 each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once we got to roughly the same point, then we just spike it out like this. So it's got the same prongs on the end. Is that big enough for a center island? I think we might need to make center island a little smaller, because otherwise it's just, oh, I spawn here. Let's run. Run for a little bit. Oh, and we're there. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and we're also gonna work on our stuff from here. So 1, 2, 3. Then just expand these out until we end up like this, maybe. This this shouldn't be so difficult, but it somehow is for me. So yeah, now we're like that. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must be doing something wrong here. Whatever. And then once we've got all these separate things going on, we can kind of work out where the center should be, and we can work out what's going to go in there. So again, we're just going to do a little bit of building because we're almost there now. I think roughly here is the point that all the other ones got to. Yeah, even if it's not exact, then it gives you the same rough point. And then once we're there, we should work out that maybe we go an extra block in on each. So actually, let's quickly count. So if this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out, we'll make it go out to, I guess 8. So we'll go 1, 2, that's 9, I guess. 9 works better because otherwise it gets difficult. So yeah, we'll go on 9 blocks. So this one, for instance, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll go out to a 8 and a 9, except all the way around, like so. And kind of leave it the same way, like that. And honestly, that makes it a lot closer. That'll make the island a lot more, I guess, close combat and, more close for comfort. I'm not sure what the word is. But yeah, I want to kind of make things cozy up there. And yeah, let's do that now quickly. So I guess quickly count the blocks. I think this might already be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we've already got 9 there. So yeah, we don't need. We would do this 4th one, but for right now, I think 3 gives us enough to kind of make sure this is roughly center, and then we'll use some form of. I guess we'll use not bedrock. Bedrock would be ugly. We'll use some form of brick down here. I guess we'll use stone. So like so, we'll just power that along there. Do the same along here. And then we've got some rough, kind of idea as to where the center island really is. It's going to be a weird kind of square center. I might try and round it out on the edges here, actually. So if I just, if I make these blocks a little bit bigger, like so, maybe that, I think I'm doing something awful here. But I think if I do that, then it will hopefully look a little bit more, I don't want it to look entirely square. We'll make it look a bit more rounded, I guess. We'll see if it actually works in the end. So just do the same here. 2 blocks there and 2 blocks there. And it looks like we have a slight issue because it's not perfectly center. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work out why, this is a different length across than this is. And then we'll fix it and then we'll backview in a second. So yeah, we obviously counted something wrong. And yeah, this is one of the parts of the map. And I'll tell you what the issue was and I'll tell you how I worked it out. So yeah, let's be right back. 1 second. Okay, and I have worked it out. What it was I miscounted this one. This was 8 blocks instead of 9, so now once I, just do this out to make this even. Let me just make sure that's right. Now this is 9.2, so now we can do the exact same thing, and we can work out with this as the new specification. So I guess it's 4 blocks in between, so we can't even make a proper kind of round thing, and also this looks like it's slightly wrong. See, this seems like there's something wrong every time I do something. So maybe this is just error in something I've done, or maybe it's not. It looks like this is a block too fast. We're actually going to recount one more time. So it's 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 block, 6 block, 7 block, 8 block, 9. Oh, this should be the center, and it somehow went really far to the right there. And I'm not sure how that happened in the end. Oh, that's what happened. So, yeah, as you can see, simple solutions to complex problems, or something like that. So, yeah, that block shouldn't be there, and instead... Oh, yeah, it looks like I just completely moved it across 1 block. So, place those blocks there instead. And, yeah, I fixed my first... I guess it's not really that major problem, but I fixed a major problem. I fixed a almost breaking problem, and now we've got everything equal. We can make this the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll see how this looks. And then once we've got a basic look for it, we're going to start working on the actual chest to make people really want to come here. So just place blocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just do the inside thing here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do another 4 block thing here, 2, 3. Oh, and then this is only 3 blocks. I guess I probably did the exact same thing here, because... Or I just messed up with my counting, I bet. So... Yeah, this is only 3 blocks, and this is 4 blocks. So yeah, I've got really complex issues all over this thing, I bet. I'm not even sure what it is anymore. I think that could just be the way it's designed. I guess what I'll do is I'll make the 4th tower, and I'll make sure... as you can see, if you make even a small counting error, it makes the entire thing not symmetrical, and it'll really make the thing just look really off to people, and, you know, that's why you gotta double check. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we work out where this problem is coming from. It looks... This should be, this should be equal, and it's not for some reason, and, yeah, we're going to work out why that is. So, be right back. Okay, so now we're going to work on finally making this middle chest kind of area more, I guess, appealing to people. And first of all, I realized as I went out and filled this in, this really is a massive chunk, and like as far as looks go, I think it'd look better if it was just a tiny bit smaller, since it's still going to be... I want to like keep the combat a little bit more close for comfort. So we're just going to remove 1 block around the outside, replace it with glass in a second, and then this should make the place just look a little bit more like, I guess, aesthetically pleasing, if you will. So, once we've removed all of that, I'm not sure where we actually started. I think, yeah, there we go. It's a tiny bit smaller, but as you can see, it's still big enough for what it's going to be doing. And I might even, I'd go as far as say it might even be better if it was slightly smaller. But I'll leave it like this for now. This actually makes some of the blocks a little bit difficult. We'll just place blocks there, and let's actually focus on the center finally. So, first of all, we've got to put a chest down here. So, again, we actually, we'll actually first of all surround it with blocks on each side, so we'll just have a little... what we'll do is we'll... I know, I just keep making my mind up, but that's what I do. That's why I make maps that are different, because I just keep changing my mind all the time. So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll have like a thing of it like this around the center, and then in the center we'll place... a chest on a stone block, and then on top of the chest there's going to be just a glass plane, so you have to break the glass and to get into it. And we could also do like that around the entire thing, like this. I think that'd be a cool idea. So yeah, there's going to be the chest in the middle. I'm not sure what this is going to contain. Oh, I realized the top block has to be made out of something more solid, so we'll make it out of something that just destroys when you break it, but actually stays there. So I guess is there anything like that actually? We could make it, yeah, dirt's a nice simple one. I would make it soul sand, but I'm scared people would abuse that in some way. So yeah, we'll put a dirt block in there. So you have to break a lot of blocks to actually get to that, and also, because it's like this, it means because everyone's going to have their own bow, you can actually shoot people when they're coming towards it as you're breaking stuff. So I kind of like that idea that you can shoot straight from here, hit someone who's coming towards you, and also keep your eye on the map, because everything's going to be glassy. So... yeah, we'll do that. I'm actually contemplating not putting walls on this, just so, it's even more risky up here. And then, yeah, once we've done that, we'll also put a couple more chests up here. So we'll have, like, maybe a glass staircase to a second floor. Or maybe we could just have a simple chest around each corner. Oh, I guess it has to be a double chest. Like so that everyone can get some stuff, but it's not going to be as good as the thing in the middle. I'm not sure what the thing in the middle should be. Maybe a power... not power 5, but like a power 4 bow, or like a power 3 bow, enough to almost kill you in one hit. Like a really powerful thing that you don't really want other people to have. I guess in exchange for that then, it should be something else on top of it. Let's say, An iron ore block. Iron ore actually will make people think there's ore. So we'll use something. We'll use bricks, for instance. So yeah, there's going to be bricks on this block, and the only way to get in the chest is you can either break it, which actually I should probably stop, because breaking chests isn't that difficult, or if we just take the block away from underneath it. If you break it, then it should... actually, let's test this. So let's... Oh, we've got our brick on top of it. So we'll move the brick, and we'll give it a quick test. So we'll throw in our bed, and then we'll really replace this, and we'll see if it just falls straight into the hull. Okay, it actually can fall anywhere, so I guess breaking the chest is one of the ways you can do things. Maybe I should fix that in some way. If I place blocks... No, that doesn't work. I'm going to have to do something about that, I guess. Maybe if I place blocks like that? I don't know, no, that kind of limits things. I guess I should... I'm trying to work out some way to make it so you can't just break the chest. Maybe the chest should be below, like there, so you have to break your way to it to even do that. I don't know, I'm kind of torn on the whole thing now. You know, let's place the chest back where it was, and then we'll just hope that people don't, I guess. Hoping and praying, it's a very solid strategy. So yeah, to get to that bow, you're going to have to at least, do some amount of breaking, and actually... Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, we'll put the bow in there later, but for now it's going to be a good chest in the center that everyone wants. And if you want to go early and get it, you can. But maybe I'll make it a little bit weaker then, like a power 2 bow, something that's good. And then these outside chests, we need to put things that are kind of good and that people are still going to rush for, but that maybe isn't quite so useful in every situation. So stuff like a single golden apple. Let's just throw one of those in there. I guess it kind of looks lonely by itself, so we'll throw, I don't know, some random arrows to confuse people. So just scatter some arrows around the place. Oops, just threw some on the floor. Like so. And then we'll just throw the golden apple just sneakily in there. Everyone's going to spawn with enough arrows that they shouldn't need the arrows in the chest, so these are meant to be like an annoyance more than anything. And I think that's a fun way to do things. So like that. So yeah, that's now in this chest we'll put in something of like almost equal value, I want to say. So what would be of equal value to a golden apple? I guess the easy one, I'll put, actually in this one, I'll just put a potion of regeneration. That's a nice, easy equivalent to make. Yeah, potions of regeneration, the smallest one, I guess. What have we got in there? Splash potion of regeneration. I've got 1 minute 30, a little bit OP. We'll put maybe... let's see if there's a nice weak potion that's not too crazy OP. Fire resistance, I think, is fair enough, because falling in lava really isn't going to happen too much. Invisibility, way too OP. I want to have some form of potion. Just instant health 2, I think, is fair enough. So let's find instant health 2. I don't know how they organize these potions, by the way. It's very, very confusing, to say the least. So I guess... Oh, instant health 2. So throw this in there, just in a random place. Then these two ones are going to have something a little bit more useful. So I guess... Actually, what I could put in the middle chest is the, the power, like, put a sword, a wooden sword in there or something, because everyone's just going to use their fist, and if you have a wooden sword, maybe you win, like, the close range thing. I'm not sure. And then the two outer chests will have a power 1 bow. Because I think, the extra tiny bit of power isn't going to help too much, but it's still something people are definitely going to want. So, let's make an enchanting table somewhere, and let's enchant these bows. There aren't any magic techniques for enchanting. However, if you get a level 1 enchantment on a bow, it's always going to be power. I'd say, yep, it's always going to be power. So, it's really, really easy for this one. So, yeah, we'll put these 2 power 1 bows in these ones. But to make up the fact that they're slightly better, these will have something covering them. I'm not sure what. Something really easy. I guess dirt. No, yeah, dirt's nice and simple. Maybe sand, actually. Yeah, I like sand. So we'll just put sand on top of it, like so. And then the rest of this, I think we'll leave this uncovered, like I just said, but we do have to do, like, walls around the rest of this, so we'll do something like, I don't know, actually, if, like, I'm thinking of just having, like, this going all around the blocks, so that way, yeah, I guess this is actually kind of good, because it makes it look a little bit more official, but I want to make the walls out of glass, definitely, so you can see what's going on around you, so we'll just do this right here. Yeah, I like how that's looking. We'll do the same on all of these, and we'll see if it actually works out. Because we might have to, like, actually downsize the center one more time, because it still looks kind of big for what it actually is trying to be. So, we'll just do this quickly, and then we'll get back to it. So, yeah, let's do this, and then we'll see if we need to downsize the center in a second. So, again, never be right back. We also need to sleep, because it's nighttime. Okay, so now we've worked out our center island. As you can see, it's going to have the middle chest, but it's going to have like either some form of sword or something more desirable than the rest. We're going to have some reasonably good things around the outside. Basically, everyone's going to want to come here, whatever the reason. At least most people will anyway. So we're going to cause some really, quick engagements, and people are going to be having some, people are going to lose, people are going to win, and people are going to get some stuff in return. So besides the center island, however, we need to do a lot of other things to the map. It's not just a map. Assuming all these were done, it wouldn't just be a map then. We need to first of all add a starting chest. So, starting chests aren't necessary for every map, but I think they definitely add a lot more fairness because, if you just made everything in the middle, kind of like the Hunger Games, it kind of just takes away an element of the actual skill of the game because, if it's just all about who gets in the chest first, then connection goes there, it's all about luck, and I don't, that's not really a great thing for everyone. It definitely makes Hunger Games fun for some people, but that's not what I'm looking for. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make a starting chest, I think 64 arrows, I think maybe even 2 stacks of arrows, that might be fair, because it's only going to have to last you one lifetime, but I don't want people to run out of arrows, but at the same time, I don't want them to use them too much. So I think a stack and a half, 96, actually just make it around 100, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 100 arrows, that seems fair. If you use up your 100 arrows, you're probably firing too much. We'll have a single piece of, arrow protection armor. I'm not sure how actually, we could just use a single diamond chestplate that everyone has, maybe. I should see how just the diamond chestplate looks. It's got to be something that, doesn't look weird to people. So yeah, we give everyone just a single piece of diamond armor. Maybe, actually, I give them a chain chestplate or a helmet, for instance, that's got arrow resistance. I like that idea, actually, so what we'll do is we'll put the enchantment table back out. Because there are so many things you can get instead, this is going to be difficult, so we're going to have to do this 4 times, too. Yeah, let's just hope we get ourselves... Okay, nope. Damn it, too good. But yeah, so we're trying to get arrow protection or projectile protection. We could even go all the way to 4, but I think actually that might be a bit too powerful. So the idea here is that we just want a little bit of protection from stuff, and then, oh wait, we're doing this on the helmets anyway, so I guess I made a mistake here anyway. So place this there, place that there. And we just need to get a projectile protection helmet. So it's looking like this is actually going to be difficult. Blast protection. I just want projectile protection. Blast protection. But you get the basic point, so let's just assume I have a projectile protection helmet and not 3 blast protection ones. Then I'm going to have that in the chest too. I guess everyone's going to have some food. I don't want people dying from just hunger, so we'll use, I think steak's a fair one. Steak's a fair source of food. In fact, I'll make it melons, because melons are something that don't sustain you very well, that you just need to keep on eating. And I think, that's kind of fair enough in this game mode, so you have to get around corners and eat if you want to, and it's something you're going to have to do frequently. Or raw chickens, because there's the chance in that one. I want to say I would do raw flesh, but I'm not that evil, so, cookies. No, we'll stick to melon slices. So yeah, everyone has their melon slices. We'll just give them an entire... Actually, not an entire stack. We'll give them 32 melon slices, and yeah, that's all you get. I think, as well as the piece of armor, I think that's a fair chest. And once you've got your starting chest down, you need to kind of work it out based on, how good your middle chests are going to be, if you have them anyway. Because, of course, you need to work out that, there's got to be a reason to go to the center, but it can't be 2 apiece. So, if you spawn everyone with, what I've got, for instance, I can't just go to the center and be like, okay, protection 5 diamond armor, sharpness 5 diamond sword, that seems fair. People are going to want those things, because of course they will, but it kind of unbalances the game. It's got to be the sort of thing that gives you an advantage, but that can be counterplayed, at least, that's how I feel it should be. And yeah, that's how we're doing this. So, before the next episode, because we'll do a second part on this one, we're going to have to do a lot of fine details. That'll also be before the live stream. I've just got to, mainly fill in the spawns, then I've got to work on the towers. As you can see, there's so much of the actual buildings to do. We've got a lot of the main game mode down, and then once I've done the finer details, I can talk more about, actual gameplay things that are going to affect it. So yeah, I'll be back with part 2 at some point in the future. We're also going to talk about stuff like how you're going to upload the map when you're done, how you're going to play with people, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. But yeah, that's all you need to know for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you liked it. Let me know if you want to see more parts, and goodbye.